To be honest, I'm anything you want to know about Most Haunted, or anything else for that matter, by all means. But one or two bits I might, because I do get carried away sometimes. And then there's certain things I perhaps shouldn't say. So, right, we'll start with this place first of all. This is Derby Gaol, the county jail. Any crime committed in Derbyshire, if you were caught, you ended up being brought here. It's a jail, not a prison. Difference. It had prison cells, or jail cells, but you were only kept here until the trial. So it was like being on remand. So, if you were found guilty, you were punished. And it wasn't imprisonment. It was either being whipped to the cart's tail till your back be bloody, transportation, guess where to?
Australia.
No, America.
America?
What? Yeah, we didn't own Australia in 1756, but we owned America, and we owned parts of Canada and the Caribbean, the Spice Island, so we sent them there. Thousands went to America, and then we lost America. Of course, America were independent, then what do we do? And that's when the prison system decided to come in, because basically what they did, they go, what are we going to do with them? The jails weren't big enough to put people in prison, so they sent them all down to the River Thames and put them on what was called a prison hulk, which was an old decommissioned ship that they compartmentalised into like cells.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. And locked them up in there, disease-ridden, rat-infested. No sails or what's. They were old, rotten, almost.
And a lot escaped because they didn't have manpower to watch them all.
No, and also it was not too difficult to get out of a wooden. I mean, all the holes, all the portholes and the whatever, they were all boarded up, but there was still people escaped big time. And then they branded you on the palm of your hand with R and T, rogue and thief,
right,
with a branding iron on the palm of your hand. You try going in, it's like an early form of CRB check. You try going into a jeweller's shop with R and T or just T, thief on your hand, and then of course the big one was hanging. From 1723 in this country, that's about 25 years before this was built, we introduced 222 hanging offences into Great Britain. 222 different crimes you could be hanged for. Stealing a sheep, stealing a cow, shop breaking, house breaking, burglary, rape, attempted rape, murder, attempted murder, setting fire to haystacks. 4 men hanged in front of this building in 1817 for setting fire to a haystack in Derbyshire, at South Derbyshire in Derby. In the same year, 3 men were hanged and beheaded in front of this building. It's the last beheading with an axe in Great Britain, in front of my building here. Wow. In 1817. It was the result of England's last revolution in 1817. So it's got a pedigree second to none. It's a place of terror, torment, pain, anguish, death, murder, suicide, execution. You'd be murdered for the coat off your back in this place if you got a better coat than somebody else. They ran a bar. They had a bar, just like we are, a tap as it was called, and you could buy. The inmates could buy beer, wine and gin, and were let out of the cells in the daytime and wandered up and down the corridors with knives.
Oh.
Because we'll prove it to you, because I don't. You've not done the tour yet, have you, Pete?
Yeah.
You have? Oh, take you around, showing you doors and graffiti on the door. That was done with got to be done with a knife.
What made you buy this place? Was it the history of it?
Yes.
Because you near it off?
Yeah, no, right.
Most haunted, pardon the pun.
No, before that.
Right.
I've had it for 23 years. Basically, I always done.
I've not done the door. I've not done the doors, and I've not done things like.
Okay, not a problem. But you've seen the doors. All over the doors got graffiti on them.
Yes.
Which was and they've not only got graffiti on them, but they've got messages from those about to be hanged, and they've also got witch marks on them. I don't know whether, from now on, whenever you go and do an paranormal investigation, you will be looking for witch marks. All right? They're called, the actual name of them is apotropaic marks. Forget that. It's Greek for keep out. And it's to keep evil. They weren't frightened of witches coming in to get them. They were frightened of evil spirits, ghosts. And so they would scratch marks on the doors, religious marks. They're known as Marian, that's Mary, mother of Jesus. And the most famous one is double V. V. When I took this place over 23 years ago, I couldn't understand why there were so many Williams in the place. But they're not W's because there wasn't a W in the alphabet then. There wasn't a V in, there wasn't a U in the alphabet. There wasn't a W in the alphabet. There wasn't a J in the alphabet. There wasn't a Q in the alphabet. And there was an extra letter, which was like an elongated S, but it looked like an F, but with only a line on one side, not through it. This is why I'm such a, you're not in a hurry, are you? No. This is why I'm such a unbeliever in Ouija boards. 2 reasons. Number 1, only possibly a third of the population, if that, could read and write.
Good point.
Most ghosts, as I will prove to you in a few minutes, most ghosts are from an earlier period, and that means a lot of them couldn't read and write. And the second thing is the alphabet was different.
Yeah, it was.
So you present a spirit with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, hello, goodbye, yes, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? I'm embarrassed, I can't read and write, or I don't understand it. So that's why I think so many times you get gobbledegook and things that you think spirits are playing tricks on you or something like that. That's why I'm a believer in move it for yes, keep it silver no.